Boyd's Coffee Company is not just any run-of-the-mill coffee business, but a family operation that has been going on for 4 generations. Starting back in the 1900s, the founder, Percival Dewey Boyd, started peddling his wares from a red horse-drawn wagon. The business quickly grew, and by 1910, the horse-drawn wagons were replaced with trucks. With newer technology, the company quickly grew to the point where Boyd's became the first U.S. coffee distributor to loan coffee brewing equipment to restaurants and different food services industries. Boyd's Coffee Company doesn't just pave the way for quality coffee, but has been manufacturing espresso machines and educating customers about espresso drinks long before Starbucks or Stumptown ever arrived. If you're looking for more insight about the coffee process or tours around the facility, be sure to check out their website at boyds.com.
Hello and welcome to CSPTV's continuing coverage of the Sigma Conference here in San Francisco. Today we get down to the business of the meeting, beginning with 2 committee reports. During its meeting, the Marketer Operations Committee discussed a new web tool that it is testing that would help retailers share and compare their safety information. Committee Chairman Jim Westgate of WESCO says the Safety Comparator Project could help retailers keep insurance rates down.
What we can do with the Safety Comparator is that we're going to have a website that allows us to post our experience numbers, the accidents, the number of hours, and various statistics that are important to the insurance company, where they can see if we're being a safe company or not, and then we can also then gather from that information who are the safest companies. We can look at what they're doing as best practices, and we can make a safer place for our customers and for our employees to be able to do business with, and at the same time we can reduce our expenses because the insurance companies don't have to pay out as much.
Payment card industry standards also got attention, and Westgate says it's a topic of particular interest to him.
What PCI is doing is they're trying to stop credit card fraud. Now, having been a victim of some fraud, we are especially cautious in that arena, and so I think it's very important for Sigma to be a participant and to make a place where that we can share our learnings and also learn from other people on what they're doing for credit card security and be able to work from there to make it that also a safer environment for our customers and to stop fraud.
Mm-hmm. And what's some of the things that your company has done?
Well, there's PCI standards that are enforced by the PCI console that we've installed. Some of the obvious ones are there is our office is in a security environment now where if you're a guest in our office, you have to have a card that declares where you're from, what your business is, when the hours that you're going to be in our office. If someone's in our office without a card, we have to escort them out of the office. We have to have all of our computers and all of the offices of the IT people in any place there's any credit card information, and always have that locked down. In our stores, we have stepped up with many more PCI compliance issues. Some of those obvious things are with our gasoline dispensers, the pumps. We have special keys that have been made just for our organization so that there's not a common key to our dispensers, so that the credit card reading devices are not encumbered or encroached upon.
And meanwhile, in a meeting of a relatively new committee, the Renewable and Alternative Fuel Supplier Relations Task Force, Chairman Michael Newman of NOCO led a discussion on how best to integrate alt fuels.
It's an alternative fuels task force, and it was put together because so much alternative fuels is rushed into the market, the biodiesel, the ethanol, all the different things, electricity, all the things that are starting to really power vehicles that were different from yesterday. The board has asked me or tasked me to try to run this task force to allow the suppliers of alternative fuels to be able to engage with the regular members to talk about what they see, what their problems are, and what we need to be doing to be able to anticipate what's coming and what's already here.
And what sort of things are you landing on at this point?
Well, we're talking a lot about what the legislative year is going to bring, because certainly there's a new administration going into Washington, so that's a big piece. We're talking, actually we set up 4 goals. We talked about being able to provide a forum for the suppliers from which they can have a place to talk to the regular members. to be able to have opportunities to look at other things that are occurring in the marketplace, what things marketers should be prepared for, and then being able to provide educational opportunities, to be able to continue to plow back into our education tracks, alternative fuels, what's going on in the alternative fuels world, and to be able to give the members a real sense of where this thing is going. Because, how do you handle ethanol? Fire suppression is different than it is with gasoline. What do you do with that? How do you handle biodiesel? Those are the kinds of things that we talk about.
Newman says we can expect the results of some of those discussions as soon as next year. Up next, we'll tackle some of the educational sessions going on here in San Francisco. We'll be right back.
Boyd's Coffee Company is not just any run-of-the-mill coffee business, but a family operation that has been going on for 4 generations. Starting back in the 1900s, the founder, Percival Dewey Boyd, started peddling his wares from a red horse-drawn wagon. The business quickly grew, and by 1910, the horse-drawn wagons were replaced with trucks. With newer technology, the company quickly grew to the point where Boyd's became the first U.S. coffee distributor to loan coffee brewing equipment to restaurants and different food services industries. Boyd's Coffee Company doesn't just pave the way for quality coffee, but has been manufacturing espresso machines and educating customers about espresso drinks long before Starbucks or Stumptown ever arrived. If you're looking for more insight about the coffee process or tours around the facility, be sure to check out their website at boyds.com.